Hello everyone and welcome to Complete the Cut. This is my very first YouTube video and I'm going to kick things off on this channel with a series all about this book here, which is The Expert at the Card Table by S.W. Erdnase. Now anyone who is interested in card magic, you'll probably hear about this book at some stage. It's a very mysterious book, no one really knows who wrote it. For those of you who don't know, it's a book basically teaching you all sorts of techniques about how to cheat at card games, and it also has a few sections about sleight of hand and card magic as well. So this is a very famous book. It's often referred to as the Bible by people who are into card magic and sleight of hand. So my idea is just to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm not an expert at card magic, I'm not a professional, but my idea is that I'm going to kick things off on this channel with a series of videos sort of showing what I'm learning as I go through trying to learn all of the stuff that is in this book. So this channel is not going to be about a professional teaching card magic. It's going to be the sort of development over time of an amateur learning, sharing skills, and hopefully developing a community on this channel of people who are in a similar place, of sort of working through things. And maybe as I go through with these videos, there might be things that I'm struggling with, and I might ask for your guys' help in the comments, or you guys might come to me and ask for help and all that sort of thing. And yeah, so the idea is not that I'm going to be here showing off my skills and dazzling you with all my amazing technique, but I'm going to be starting very much from a average sort of beginner level and trying to become an expert at the card table, as the title of the book would suggest. So yeah, I'm going to do a series of videos going through different sections of this book and sort of showing my progress as I learn, asking you guys for help with anything that I'm struggling with, and then hopefully what I encourage you guys to do, if you've got yourself a copy of this book, or perhaps even if you haven't, maybe get yourself a copy, get yourself a set of cards, and then learn some sleight of hand and various techniques which will help you to become a better card magician. And then maybe we can all learn together and help each other out and develop a nice, cool little community here on this channel. Okay, so the first thing taught in Expert at the Card Table are what's called blind overhand shuffles. Now basically what that means is you're appearing to shuffle the cards like this, but what you're actually doing is you're keeping a certain amount of cards either on the top or at the bottom of the deck. So most of you probably already know how to overhand shuffle, but for those who don't, what you do is you hold your cards in one hand. So I'm right-handed, so I hold the cards in my left hand, and I've got my index finger curled against one end and then my pinky against the other edge, and I've got my thumb sort of resting against the face there, and I come in with my right hand, or obviously the opposite if you're left-handed, and I seize the deck between my middle and ring finger and my thumb at the other end. And then what you do is you're basically just peeling off cards from the top of the deck like that, and that is how you do an overhand shuffle. It's pretty simple, really. Okay, so the first blind overhand shuffle taught in the Expert at the Card Table is to retain the top stock. So basically that means, say you had the 4 aces on the top of the deck, you want to keep them there, but you also wanted to appear as though you were shuffling the cards. This is what you would do. So there's two methods of doing this. I'll show you the easy way first, and then the slightly more difficult way second. So what you're going to need to do is do an in-jog. So basically what you'd start by doing is pulling off about a third of the deck with your thumb. And an in-jog is when you pull off a single card with your thumb, but pull it slightly towards you, so you can see it's resting against the pinky there. That's what's called an in-jog, and all of the shuffles that I'm going to teach today use this method. You can start out by having it out a bit further if you find it easier, and then just gradually work towards having it out, maybe a quarter of an inch or so, and you shuffle off the rest of the cards like normal, but you're still holding that break there. Now the easy method is that you come in with your thumb and middle and ring finger, lift up that pile just before where you've in-jogged the card, throw them on the top like that, and that retains aces on the top of the deck. Okay, so for the slightly more complicated version, it starts out exactly the same. So you pull off the top stock, so you've got the aces on the top there, you in-jog a card, shuffle off the rest as before, but this time you're not just grabbing that packet before the break there. What you're doing is you're coming in with your thumb, you're pushing on the card that you in-jogged, and you're pushing it towards your left-hand side, or the opposite way if you're left-handed. And then when you come in to square up the cards, like so, you've got a break there, and then what you can do is shuffle off all of the cards before the break, and then throw the rest on top, and you still retain the aces on the top of the deck. Now this is easy to do. It requires a little bit of sort of getting used to the feel of the cards in your hands, but eventually you can sort of do it without even looking. So pull off about a third of the deck, in-jog a card, shuffle off the rest, come in, push that card out, form a break. Obviously you wouldn't be doing it, I'm doing this to demonstrate it, but you'd have the cards more at this sort of angle so people can't see the break, and then you shuffle off the rest and throw the pile on the top, and that keeps the aces on the top. Okay, so now we come to retaining the bottom stock. So if you had the aces on the bottom of the pack, like so, and you wanted to keep them there, here's how you would do that. So you start an overhand shuffle as normal, pulling off the cards, and then once you come to, you know, about a quarter or a third of the deck, whatever you feel comfortable with, then you in-jog a card, throw the rest on top. So you've got, similar to before, you've got an in-jog card, and then above it you've got the cards that you want to retain. So when you come in, rather than pushing it out that way to form the break like we did last time, you pull it in this way and then push the card in like that. Then you've got your break, and then what you do is you just pull off the cards there and shuffle off the rest, and then that keeps the aces on the bottom of the pack. So again, just to go through that once more, shuffle off the cards as normal, in-jog a single card once you've got sort of a small group there, throw the rest on top. When you come in, you're not pushing out that way, you're pulling in and then pushing that card in to square up, pull off those cards there, and then shuffle off the rest of the pack. Okay, so that about wraps it up for this video. Leave us a like if you found it useful. Subscribe to complete the cut if you want to be a part of the community here at this channel. Like I mentioned, my aim's not to, you know, demonstrate my skills as a professional or anything, but to create a community here on YouTube where we can all learn and support each other together. And yeah, my camera is currently tilting downwards, so I'm going to end this video very quickly. Yeah, leave us a like, subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Take care, goodbye.